Are you overthinking, or are they just underthinking? So my daughter posted this video on her, it was somebody else's video on her feed, and it was a guy kind of doing a rant about overthinking, and he had a really hilarious take on this. He said, well, what if they're just all underthinking? And I got to thinking about that, and you know what? He made a really good point. So are people always telling you to stop overthinking? Just me? No, seriously. How do we know that they're just not underthinking? How do we know that they're just not stupid? Tsufit here, leader of the Follow That Dream community. Now, they were his words, not mine, about being stupid. But seriously, how do we know who's overthinking and who's just not thinking this through? How do we know that they are not just underthinking? How do we know they're not just taking way too many risks, being impetuous, being irrational, being rash? How do we know this, right? Now, the people who like to overthink, we make pro and con lists. Actually, I shouldn't even say that, overthinking. We like to make pro and con lists. Nothing wrong with that, right? You do that, yes? Everybody does that, right? It's very popular to mock overthinkers, right? To tease them, to school them. Stop overthinking this, right? You hear that all day long, but what if they're wrong? What if the guy is right? You can school them right back. Stop underthinking, you impetuous idiot. Well, you don't have to call him an impetuous idiot, but maybe the guy is right. Maybe we should be thinking about this, right? Maybe they are underthinking. Wait, am I overthinking the concept of obsessive overthinking? Yeah, I don't know. That would mean that they're right. But what if they're underthinking the concept of overthinking? That would make them wrong. I think I have to think about this some more. Why don't you leave a comment while I'm thinking about this and tell me, are you an overthinker? Are you an underthinker? Is there such thing as an overthinker? Is there such thing as an underthinker? Is there a perfect amount of thinking that you're supposed to do? And how do we know what that is? I really have to think about this some more. Comment, like, subscribe. This is Tsufit. I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.